Welcome back to Brewbarian Happy Hour. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons, and if you're with us, we'll be a flower. You'll love to smell us, see us doing our thing, but if you don't like what we do, then you can just go bang yourself. Go bang yourself. Go bang yourself. It's time for the Brewbarian Happy Hour. We're here to show you how to play some D&D. So if you want to do the things that we do and make a drink or two, then you can join us and play some games with me. Play some games with me. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Brewbarian Happy Hour, the podcast of Twitch stream. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Brewbarian Happy Hour, the podcast of Twitch stream.
What up,
We're back,
Twitch?
and we love to be here.
What up, Twitchy Twizzy?
My name is Reed. I'll be the host this evening, along with my co-hosts, Greg, Tyler,
Hello.
Scott, and your dungeon master for the evening, Dane.
What's up, everybody?
And Sleepy Leon over on the couch taking a snooze. We'll see him maybe next week. We are a Dungeons and Dragons and beer themed podcast. We like to drink beer. We like to play Dungeons and Dragons. And we like it when things get weird. So welcome to our show.
Yep.
Tonight we're going to be starting a whole new campaign with mostly new characters and all new beard trimmings. Not Tyler, he's growing his out. Or Greg.
Today.
Greg is working on his. I trim mine down.
I'm just working on the fullness of mine right now.
It's looking actually really full. Scott's working on his. Dane's not working on his. And as far as beers, let's get into beers. Let's get back to the beer game. I'll start with me because I've been talking so much already lately. I have been drinking a big ass crowler. It's a 32 ounce from Chain Reaction Brewery down the street. We were there last night for their 4th year anniversary, which was pretty awesome. They're doing a live T-shirt screening. What's that called? A T-shirt. Tyler's wearing one. Screen printing, and they had
Reaction Beer Company.
Beer Co. Yeah, they had it all going. They ran out of their 4th year anniversary beer when I got there, which was a bummer.
I got the last beer.
I got to taste it. I still had a lot of different beers, which were always good. And the one that I took home was that Cilantro Serrano Lime, which was awesome. I thought it was really good. It was a wheat. It had just a very tiny kick. So it's for someone who wants that kind of pepper flavor in their beer, but they don't want to feel that bite and get the insane heartburn that some people get with it. This one's perfect. You get that pepper flavor and none of the spicy, deep down, hurty flavor. Nice. I dug it. I drank the entire thing today already. Now I'm working on a Dragon's Milk.
That's a full crowler.
Yep, full crowler on that. Comes with a free sticker if you know how to peel it off. What are you drinking, Craig?
I also have a crowler from Chain Reaction. I'm drinking the Orange Cream Ale. It's 6.7%. It's delicious. It tastes very, very reminiscent of an orange creamsicle, which is perfect in the summer. You can crush it in the heat. You know what I'm saying?
Get to crush that orange
It's really fucking good. It's pretty damn good.
Crush it on your forehead. Will you
I
crush
don't know
that
what
can?
it is with that cream. Yeah.
Wait,
On
he's
your
big one?
forehead?
What did you rate your beer?
What did I rate it?
Yeah.
This Serrano one, it's really taster's choice just because
Yeah.
you got to be into that spiciness. I would have had it more spicy, but I understand why appealing to a larger audience, they'd go less spicy. But I'd still give it upwards of like a 7.5 Brewberries on just an all-around beer scale.
That's good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, mine. I'm doing 8%.
8%.
I like that.
You're
I'm
real into
I'm
those.
into the cream ales.
You're
right now.
real into those cream ales
I'm
right
into
now.
cream ales. It's good stuff.
You like them creamy.
It's good stuff.
Old
Tangerine
Greg,
cream.
touch it to your eye. It's orange.
Freaking cream is some. Yep, cream. Like the band.
Yeah.
That kind of beer.
I'm drinking Fugly. Fugly Yuzu IPA
What's it? What's
by Oscar Blues.
what's a fugly? Isn't that a specific Jamaican plant?
Yeah, Yuzu is Japanese like citrus, and Ugly UGLI, some like weird looking fruit plant.
It's just a cross between Japanese and Jamaican citrus.
It's pretty good.
That's nuts. Weird
Taste
cross.
it.
Weird.
There's a bunch
Weird
in the fridge.
crossover between countries of fruits.
There's a bunch in the fridge.
Nice.
It's good. It's like a solid 7. It's nothing like wowing, but
Dane,
I'm drinking some Maker's 46.
exactly. You're on that keto,
Not
and you're just
whiskey.
withering the fuck away.
Yep.
Both y'all, with your vegetarian diet and your keto diet. Greg and I are over here chewing on toothpicks,
Eating sushi.
eating sushi.
Eating not very good Safeway sushi.
How's that Makers?
It's pretty good. Dropped a couple ice cubes in it.
That makes all the
DoorDash,
difference.
I like
dude.
it.
Tonight, we are coming back with the Dungeons and or Dragons live at your face in a recorded session that will go up on an official website as a subsidiary of a company we just started called the Candleaxe Productions, or just Candleaxe Productions. There's no the at all.
Yeah.
Candleaxe Productions. So there's whole new social medias for all of that. There's an official website that includes Brewbarian Happy Hour stuff. And I like to think this is a good episode that
So, you guys are starting out in Baldur's Gate. So you guys haven't met each other yet. You're all in like separate areas, but you're heading to someone's house. So,
Whose
let's-
house?
You guys are all like individually walking around the streets of Baldur's Gate. Reed's character is just kind of hanging out in kind of a market area. Got a little bucket set out for people to throw some gold in or whatever,
That's a good idea.
and
Should've already done that.
playing some music.
playing a dulcimer.
Dulcimer.
Yeah.
That's what you're playing.
Dulcimer,
real shreddy looking dulcimer.
little Dulcie baby.
A real shreddy looking dulcimer.
So, for the past few days, the talk of the streets and taverns has been all about the so-called death curse, a wasting disease affecting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. Victims grow thinner and weaker each day, slowly but steadily sliding toward the death they once denied. Yeah. When they finally succumb, they can't be raised, and neither can anyone else, regardless of whether they've ever received that miracle in the past. Temples and scholars of divine magic are at a loss to explain the curse that has affected the entire region, and possibly the entire world. Yeah. As you guys are walking around, each have your own like little. It's basically just an invitation kind of thing, a little envelope that you received from wherever you were at your house, or if you were staying at an inn in this
I
town.
see somebody throw it in my hat probably while I'm on the street playing
Okay.
my dulcimer.
Yeah.
Shredding.
I mean, I would assume I got mine via tree mail because
Tree mail.
yeah, like a leaf or some shit.
And where'd you get yours?
God damn it.
It was just flying through the air and it caught on one of my minotaur horns.
Nice.
Scott, where'd you get your invitation? So inside, it's an invitation to the home of someone named Syndra Sylvain. She's a retired adventurer and merchant. She lives in a pretty nice house here in Baldur's Gate.
Is that her name's Syndra?
Syndra, Syndra, Silvane. When you guys open your invitations, you see that it's basically inviting you to her house. Says something along the lines of, "Great adventurer, please join me at my mansion," or manor, or whatever. And I have a job for you. And then it gives the address. You guys all notice that it's not too far away from wherever you guys are at in the city. So you guys could pack up, or I guess only Reed's character has to pack up and start heading over there. Everyone else can just kind of jump up and start going.
Yeah, so where am I?
You're in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, but where? Like,
Where do you want to be?
We're in the city, just kind of hanging out on the streets.
I
in
should
the
probably
main-
be in like the city park
hanging out.
with the trees and aminals and stuff.
Perfect.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm in the most rural area where there's most foot traffic playing. I'm busking. I'm just a busker.
Okay.
And I am somewhere doing laundry.
In the laundromat down
Kind
the
of
street.
close to the middle. Are there any fountains in the middle of the town?
We'll say there is.
So you can hear me
I'm
shredding.
I'm sitting near the fountain, and I'm just people watching. I'm just making sure that nobody's hurting anybody else.
Yeah.
Trying to almost
yeah.
be kind of policeman, you know, just keeping an eye out.
So Ashley's just playing over, kind of near that fountain, but over in a street corner. And I guess Minotaur can hear it, probably
Yeah.
if he's over there. We're in the main area.
That's very pleasant. Sounds good.
So, yeah, whenever you guys want to, you can head to Syndra Sylvain's house.
I think I'm going to start walking towards the music.
Or if there's anything you want to do in town.
Going to go listen to the music because I like it. I'm going to crawl out of the city park and walk towards the fountain there.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna get my stuff together and packed up and just trot my way out.
He just falls out of the tree
Yeah,
right next
just-
to you.
And then just walks over like nothing happened. You're seeing a big, like 300-pound half-orc lady playing a huge, what's that thing called?
I'm just going to rub
Dulcimer.
my eyes,
I can't
rub my
remember
eyes
the
and be
word
like,
dulcimer.
oh man, I was way wrong about that beautiful there.
She's big. She's pretty in her own right, but she's
That's what I look like right
she's
there.
a big orc.
I
with
got my big
tusks.
old walking stick with me.
Orc tusks, and she's wearing kind of looks like a shredded t-shirt that would have writing on it. Black t-shirt with a bunch of shreds on it. The writing says like the Winterfell
Withering.
Winterfell Withering. Yep, that's the band
That's a good
t-shirt
band
she's
name.
wearing. Winterfell Withering. The Winterfell Withering. And yeah, she's just up there. She's not playing music that sounds like she would be normally playing the way she looks. She's just playing normal, just like
Yep. Well, I'm like, well, I have places to be, and I look at my leaf and scuttle away.
you got a penny boy. Wait, what's she gonna sound
my
like?
centaur character is just passing by this.
Just let me know when you guys head to Cinder's house.
I'm gonna start walking that way.
Yeah.
As soon as I see the note come in, I just do a,
way there.
and then I pick up the note, look at it, then she'd just start packing up, just shove her shit in there and be like, adventure.
A few minutes later,
I need to bring my guitar.
you guys arrive at a pretty nice looking house. And so after a few minutes of walking, you guys finally come to a pretty nice looking house. Not too big, but it's definitely not small. And yeah, you see out in front there's a gentleman wearing a uniform that greets you and says, "Ah, you must be the adventurers we summoned. Please follow me." He leads you up some stairs.
Look around me and be like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
Aye.
And
We be the
Some
adventurers.
sort of elite 6 dungeon.
he leads you guys inside. Wait, did you actually ask that?
Yeah.
He's like, "No, sir. This is the house of Cinder Sylvain."
Okay, good.
Like, you
'Cause
guys
I
got,
ain't down with that.
y'all got one of them leaves in the mail too?
Yeah, kind of. If mail means on your horn on your head, yes.
I got the leaf in me heart. It felt right in. I was playing me music on the fucking side of the road.
And someone managed to sneak an envelope in my saddlebag.
Those are
Sounds
Very
like we're all a bunch of
curious.
them are
lucky
some crafty
laddies.
fellas right there, I tell you.
He's like, "Oh yeah, the mail delivers here are very skilled in the way that they deliver messages."
Still not in quite sure what the fuck we're doing here.
It's like, "Oh well,
And whether I can trust you,
we'll explain that in good time, sir or ma'am."
sir or ma'am. Have I ever been offended before in my life more than right now?
He's like, "My apologies, ma'am. Please follow me."
With reluctancy.
I just kind of look over and be like, lady or dude first?
Are you
Lady,
asking-
I prefer lady dude.
Yeah, lady dude first.
Okay. So he leads you inside the house, up a really, really nice looking grand staircase to the 3rd floor of the house. Yeah, so when you get to the 3rd floor, it leads you down a really nice looking hallway into a wood paneled room with a fireplace at the other end. It's kind of dark in there, but it's got a really cozy feeling. You can see that there's a bunch of chairs and stuff kind of set up over near the fireplace. The wooden panels are pretty dark, and they're hung with like a bunch of maps and sea charts, stuff like that. There's also a bunch of racks and shelves and cabinets all over the place that are holding hundreds and more rolled up maps and charts. You can assume is from Cinder Sylvain's.
Oh, I'm guessing this must be a map making place.
Says, "No, sir. This is Syndra's study."
Does she study maps?
She's like, "Yes, sir."
I ain't never been in no study. You ever... she do any music?
She's like, he says, "No, not that I know of."
I'm gonna check her run and see if she does any, because it's... looks like there's a lot of books right on here.
Are you actually looking around?
Yeah, I'm gonna look around.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Oh man, I already starting with the roll in.
Nice. I got a 9.
Okay, you just kind of move over to one of the shelves.
She's
and-
shuffling through books, just looking for anything music related. She doesn't know what the fuck is going on, but she knows what she wants to see.
Yeah, most of what you can see is all just like maps and books about different locations around the world and mythic locations, stuff like that.
I'll take note of that.
I
I'll
didn't realize
take
I
the
did
specific fact that it's mythic locations. She's gonna remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys also notice in this room that there's a person seated in one of the chairs that looks like it's an overstuffed chair, really padded. And they're kind of covered in blanket. You can't see their face or see who they actually are. Yeah, so there's a person sitting in this chair covered in a blanket. And they have a embroidered hood and silver mask concealing the wearer's face. Even the person's dry, raspy voice provides no clue. You hear, "Help yourselves to wine, and seat yourselves, friends. I hope I may call you that."
Don't mind if I do. Give me
Wait.
wine, I'm friend.
It's a little too soon.
I can't really do a raspy voice. That just
That was
hurts
fine.
too much.
No, worked perfect.
I'm just gonna grab the jug of ale
Okay.
and just start downing it.
Okay.
I'll pull it down from his face and maybe pour me a glass and then put it back up to his face.
Okay.
And I'll just grab a glass of wine. Give it the old sniff test first.
And Scott, you notice that there's a chair that's made for a centaur there as well. I don't know what that would look like, but
It's a crazy contraption.
yeah.
Looks like a sex swing, but like some wood.
There's like weird
and-
straps and
yeah,
stuff
it's
all over the
crazy.
place.
A lot of straps. A lot of weird shit.
I'll just sit down on my haunches.
Okay.
But we have a chair for a centaur. It's non-sexual.
Trying to look for centaur chair.
Yeah, and the first thing that comes up is a totally sexual picture of a
Exactly,
centaur.
because it's think about a centaur chair. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
They just sit like a horse.
Yeah, they can't. They just sit on the ground.
Do horses sit?
Oh wait.
They
I've
lay
never
down.
seen them
Centaurs
stand
do.
and lay down.
They just kind of flop and lay down, right? They lay down. They flop and lay down on the side. I've seen like the girls at the ranch lay down.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like weird shit. But we're talking about an actual horse ranch,
Yeah.
and they're all girls, and we call them the girls because our mom lives there
Yep.
and calls them the girls.
So once you guys all have your drinks, and you take seats
Had to
wherever.
explain it.
Um,
Scripts are rotten just to my fucking flavor.
so the person kind of looks up. You can only see some eyes behind the mask and under the hood. And she says, "Welcome to my home. My name is Cinder Sylvain." So I completely forgot how I was doing that raspy voice now.
That was perfect.
You
That's
sound
fine.
Like this.
Go
So,
with that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You're trying to clear your throat.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I'll just keep going. She says, "I was an adventurer years ago. I died once and was raised from the dead. I've since closed the door on that stage of my life.
So are you dead or are you alive?
Yeah,
Or are you dead again?
Are you dead alive?
that be
I was dead, but then someone brought me back.
Jesus.
But now, thanks to this curse,
So are you living dead or are you dead?
I'm
dead.
slowly dying again.
But are you alive?
Right now, I'm alive.
Barely.
Okay.
I fear I only have a few days left.
That's pretty
that's-
hardcore, Miss Sylvain.
That's why I've summoned you to my
Are
residence.
you giving us your mansion or what? When you die?
No, I have a job for you.
Oh.
Yeah, let me guess. We're gonna need to find the necromancer who did this. And
I already had a job down at the Wawa.
Well, we've kind of. I've been talking to
Smashing
my
bottles out
my contacts in the Harpers, and they've determined that the cause of this death curse is something called the Soulmonger.
Ah, Soulmonger.
And according to their sources, the Soulmonger is somewhere in Chult. It's a peninsula ringed with mountains and choked with rainforests. Did I say that right? Rainforests.
Rainforts.
Rain.
Let me take the toothpick out of my mouth so I can actually talk.
Rainfarts.
I get that
Choked
every
with-
time it
choked
starts getting humid.
Choked with
I get the rain farts.
When it's 90 degrees outside and you have to
Oh
fart.
yeah, when it's there. When I drink an entire 30 rack of PBR, I get the rain farts.
But yeah, she says, Chult is a peninsula ringed with mountains and choked with rainforest. I can't say it right now.
Rainforts.
I could choke you with rain farts.
She says enormous reptiles, savage goblins, and an army of undead prowl its jungles and ruins. Mapping the place has always been nigh impossible. That means it's.
I think we know. Yeah, we know.
It says nigh.
Yeah, nigh impossible. Yeah. near impossible.
And nothing is known about the region's current geography beyond a few miles from the coast.
Smart enough.
She also says, working from dozens of sea charts, logbooks, explorers' journals, I assembled everything known about the current state of Chult into one map. I'll provide you with one. I'll provide it to you if you undertake my mission.
Hey, what exactly does this mission entail?
Dude, it broke.
I want you
It didn't splinter.
to go to Chult
It's not even mine.
and find the Soulmonger.
What exactly does this mission entail?
Like, well, it's a very dangerous place. People have already gone to try and find the Soulmonger to stop this curse, but I've never heard from them again.
Well, did you reach out to him?
It's like, yes,
So you're sending us on a suicide mission?
they never returned from the jungles of Chult.
Mr. Mantar's voice.
So you're sending us on a suicide mission?
Hopefully it's not a suicide mission. You guys look tough.
Easy for you to say.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
You're just sitting here slowly dying, waiting for. Oh no, wait, yeah, okay. You do want us to succeed because then
If
we
you
can
don't
help
succeed-
you not die. Okay, no, we're on the same page. Okay.
Not only myself, but anyone else
Mr.
who's ever
Minotaur's
been
on the
raised
same
from the
page.
dead will die, and in the future, nobody who dies will ever be able to be raised from the dead.
That's a good thing, though, right?
Not if you want to live.
Why did you decide on all of us? We
I-
don't know each other.
I'd like to live, not this life, but I'd like to live another life. Just not this one. I wrote a song about it.
About how far is that yonder area that you need us to go to that I conveniently forgot the name of, even though you just told me it?
Well, if you guys want to undertake my mission, we can be there in just a couple of seconds.
How's that work?
One of the spells that I've learned over my travels,
Can I bring all my guitars?
Dark magic.
you can bring whatever you want.
Not guitars. I have a dulcimer. I have to keep looking at it because I don't remember what it's called unless I read it. It's called a dulcimer. I should write it down and stick it on the table right now.
What do you mean by that?
I've learned a teleportation spell, and I can drop us right in the middle of port.
Could you just
whatever the
drop
fuck it's
it?
called.
You don't mind just dropping us right outside of
Port
that area,
Nyanzaru.
right?
What do you mean?
Instead of dropping us right into the middle of that, can you just drop us like on the outskirts?
The outskirts of the port?
Yeah, like on the dock.
I could probably do that.
I don't know if going right in the middle of it sounds like a good idea.
Port Nyanzaru? It's the only inhabited place on the island. And by inhabited, I mean people that aren't trying to constantly kill you. Like when you're all ready to depart, I will teleport us all to Port Nyanzaru. It's the only major settlement on
I
Schultz.
do have one question.
Yes, sir.
Why the hell did you decide on the four of us? We don't even know each other.
You look
It's kind of odd.
And I've done some research on you. And you guys all have
Is it like
skills necessary to
Did you-
survive on the jungles of
Have
Schultz.
you read the Yelp wall? Is that what it is? Is there a Yelp review on any of us?
Like I never actually
Yelp
saw
wall.
anything on the Yelp wall. But you guys all have the skills necessary to survive.
I don't even know any of these people's names that I'm around right now.
Well, introduce yourselves.
Hello, fellow.
I'm an amnesia,
Hello.
centaur wizard.
Aha! I see you have mastered the skill of talking very quickly, sir.
I have my moments.
I am Hoppy Mouthfeel. I got that name for the, well, that's another story. It kind of haunts me right now. Oh, I just tied my story in so well.
Mm-hmm.
I got to come up with a good story now.
Happy Mouthfeel. Have I heard of you?
I mean,
That sounds like a rhetorical question.
I really hope you haven't.
Then I have not.
You've seen some of my films.
All I know is that there's an evil inside of me that I can feel it.
I've only thrown up once
But
in
it
my
must
life.
never be set free.
I have only thrown up once in my life, and it was when I witnessed one of your films.
Ah. Well, you knew me as a different name back then, and I'm trying to bury that past.
I'm going to pretend I didn't remember that
Thank you.
for the rest of the game.
Who are you? You lady with the dulcimer.
The didgeridoo.
My name
I call it, yeah.
is
You with the didgeridoo.
Ash Mustard again. What's so fucking funny?
Nothing. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
You'd better not be laughing at my name.
I wasn't.
No, I was just
You're
laughing
laughing at me
about.
size.
I thought it was something else that was very funny. Sorry.
Me size, because I'm 300 fucking pounds with this little tiny guitar.
I'm sorry. What
I'm
was
reckoning
your
the-
name one more time?
Ash Mustard again.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard something else.
Okay, fair enough. I got charisma through the roof. I've been fucking everything from line to line. Nobody denies Ash Mustard again. Nobody.
Well, that's great.
You got
That's just
those
great.
skinny wenches don't know shit. Can we do what I got? Those little bitches.
So you went from Irish to Cockney now.
I think.
There's no. What accent are you referring to?
See, now you're back to Irish.
Are you done making fun of me now?
There's no accent. I don't have any accent. There's no accent. Ash Mustard has no accent. You better believe there's no accent in Ash Mustard. I'm from the streets of here. Where am I at?
You're not even
Baldur's
on the
Gate.
screen.
I'm from the streets. I am from the dirty streets of Baldur's Gate.
I got moved.
Baldur's Gate, baby. I'm from the dirty streets, and I've been playing the dulcimer for a long time.
I see.
The dulcimer for a long time.
Now I got
Do
a beetle here.
guys remember me? Do you? You've seen me around, haven't you? You be Googling because you knew I was there all the time.
John Lennon with an Irish accent.
I've been here since you were born. I'm a big giant 300-pound half orc.
Oh my god.
Get with the program. But I'll have a really dark past.
Did I say 300? 300.
Really dark past. You seen the 300 centipede? Real gross.
All right.
Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Coming in here with your fucking hoofs.
Jeez, Lou. My name is Mr. Minotaur. That's what they call me.
I believe that
As you
there's
can
more
tell-
hoofs than feet.
I am neither man nor beast, but both. And that's who I am.
Y'all better get some fucking dampening sounds for your fucking hooves there if we would be walking around in this town.
You talk shit about my hooves, we're gonna have some problems there.
There are more
Southern
hooves
boy.
than feet in this room right now. Hey, lady.
I'm worth about.
All right.
Cynthia,
Yeah.
Sylvan,
What do you want?
Miss Sylvan,
What?
do you have any plastic mouth retainers, but we can convert them to hoove dampeners?
I don't have anything like that.
We're not doing a damn thing for my hooves. Let's go.
We're fine. There's a mission. We're
I can
supposed
clop.
to be on.
Open the portal.
I can clop real quiet.
I need
Well, if
to
you
know-
guys are all ready,
I
Open
need
the
to know
portal.
more about the portal.
Nope. Open it.
it's not a portal; it's teleport.
That's what I want.
Open the teleport.
Yeah,
teleporter.
clop real
All right,
quiet. Let's
everyone
go.
stand here in a circle.
I would kind of like to know. All right.
Pentagram formation.
Now that you all know each other,
The whole hands, do we?
Wait,
You don't
Pentagram
have to hold
formation.
hands.
Point.
there's that other guy.
he's not coming.
Wait, no, him. There's another man in the room. Who was he?
All right. I'm an amnesiac centaur wizard.
Holy shit!
We're accepting of all kinds of people here.
Oh, amnesia.
So you're so you have
Doesn't know
asthma.
anything. He doesn't remember anything.
You're an asthma. Oh, okay.
You have asthma? You need an inhaler?
You have
Amnesia.
asthma. You're a centaur that has asthma. You can't
Yeah.
actually run. You can just.
No, I think
walk.
even better. You don't remember anything. You're an amnesiac.
No extraneous activity.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, Cinder says, if you guys are all ready, we should depart. Like, all right, everyone stand here in a circle. This will just take a...
Hands, do we?
Pentagram.
You don't have to touch
formation.
each other.
Chop chop.
This will only take a few moments. And then she begins to, like, move her arms around a little bit. You can see, like, these weird circles kind of being drawn in
She
the...
chanting.
It's like this.
Sure.
Like one of the guys out of a used car lot.
Yeah. She turns into a wacky, waving, inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Or
Kermit- whole body-
or Kermit the Frog
her
when
whole
he's
torso's moving.
excited.
Yeah. And then she stops for a moment, and you can see this little glow or little gold thing
She keeps going.
on her chest. And then she just kind of taps it for a second. She says, "Energize."
Oh,
And then you just see like these shimmering lights just kind of come down over you, and the room kind of fades to black. Then a few moments later, you guys are now standing in the Port Nyanzaru.
Like,
Could we
Port-
feel anything for
Portland,
those couple
Zyru?
minutes?
It was just couple moments, just like maybe a second or two.
Okay.
like Portland? Zyru?
Yep. No,
We're in
Port Nyanzaru.
Portland, Zyru.
This place. That's what it says.
Portland, Zyru.
Yep.
the streets.
So you guys appear in a tropical city under the blazing sun. So
Oh,
it's
it's hot.
immediately very, very warm when the teleporter finishes dropping you off there. You guys hear the familiar sounds of a harbor, creaking ropes, slapping waves, heavy barrels rolling across cobblestones. And then there's also voices of shouting and cursing, and unfamiliar languages filled with clicks, inhalations, and sing-songy words that make it sound almost musical. The aroma of unfamiliar spices and tropical fruit mixes with the wharf-side smells of fish, tar, and canvas. Beyond that, Port Nyanzaru is an explosion of color, buildings. Wait, of color. That wasn't a comma. Beyond that, Port Nyanzaru is an explosion of color. Buildings are painted in bright shades of blue, green, orange, and salmon pink, where their walls are adorned with murals portraying giant reptiles and mythical heroes. Every building sports baskets and clay urns of colorful flowers, or is draped in leafy, flowering vines. Minstrels in bright clothing adorned with feathers and shells perform on street corners. Multicolored pennants and sun awnings flutter atop the city walls. A crowd of children dressed in feathered hats and capes races past you, squealing in delighted terror as a street performer costumed as a big-toothed lizard stomps and roars behind them. The whole city seems to be bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, and singing. And also among these people in the streets, you see large reptiles that you've never seen anywhere before they seem to be basically taking the place of like oxes and horses and stuff like that, pulling carts. There's a few of them that people are riding. Looks like some of the city guards are riding them through the streets.
Looks like a naked bear.
And then Cinder says, well, sort of. These are actually very, very old creatures.
Wait, she came with us?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
She's
she
still
told
all
her.
bundled up in a blanket?
She doesn't have the blanket on, but she's got like kind of a big cloak on and a hood kind of covering her head, and still has a mask covering most of her face.
Come be like, it's hot out here. You can take that mask off.
She's like, no, I must keep it on for right now.
You should take that mask off.
Are you trying to persuade her?
I am.
She says, I suggest you guys secure rooms for yourselves for the night. And
Where's the
then
hotel?
She says that there's 2 places you can stay. She says they're both near the Red Bazaar, Area 18 on the map. An inn called the Thundering Lizard, if you're looking for a more party atmosphere.
That sounds like
18.
my kind of place.
Well, that's in the Red Bazaar. There's these actual places aren't. There's the Thunderous Lizard.
At the end.
That's the more party house kind of place.
That's wrong.
Or there's Kaya's house of
Horror.
repose.
Of what?
Kaya's house of repose. If you want a good night's sleep.
Oh, I thought it said hippos. I
Hippos.
was about to say Ash. That sounds like a place that you should go.
That is really fucking offensively fun.
Okay.
Let's go.
So
I'm
as
gonna go to the party
after
one.
Syndra says, so yeah, as Syndra tells you guys to go secure lodging,
All right.
she starts walking away, going off to find her own place to stay. So you guys are all going to the Thundering Lizard.
Yeah, I might as well. Sounds
Okay.
like a good
Going to the
time
party
out there.
bar, yeah.
So let's see, is there an actual explanation of?
You got to play something a little more southwestern or islandy now.
All right. Islandy.
Islandy.
Hang on, let me look this up real quick.
Sounds islandy.
The ukulele.
So as you guys start walking away from
Autistic.
where you guys
Autistic.
teleported
autistic.
into,
Half and half. 50-50.
actually number 13 is the harbor master's office, and you see the door swing open, and a man in a very official looking coat runs out, and he says, excuse me.
Hey,
He
you
was gonna
look
say,
pretty
"Gentlemen."
official in that coat.
But he says, excuse me, you guys, I could use some help if you're willing to make some money.
Nope.
All right, never mind then.
Got places to be.
Wait.
I just keep walking.
Reconsider.
Yeah.
Reconsider your offer. I might be here to help.
He says, all right. Well, we've had some pirates.
I'm gonna make like a tree and leave.
Pirates.
Make like a rock.
Got some
Get the
pirates.
fuck out of here.
I'm gonna pour you a
Pirate-
leaf and
some
keep
pirate
you here
issues.
and put you in a fucking scrapbook.
And
you'll never
I
be
could
able to
use
leave
some
because
help.
I'll look at you every once in a while.
So my character, Hoppy, when he is walking around, he is always twirling his U wand and chewing it like a toothpick.
You
Well, I don't know how you
I
guys
could
would be
put
able
some
to do
holes
this.
in that and make it worth your while.
In my wand?
Yeah, if you're chewing on it all the time, I can put some holes in it and make it worth your while.
I'm sorry, your accent is too thick.
I could put some hose in your wand you're chewing on. You don't
Never
be
mind about that. 'cause
gobbing in your mouth.
There's no way you guys
Some
would be able to do
hose?
that.
I put some
Hose?
hose in the one in your
No, never
gob
mind. I'll figure something out.
What the fuck is he saying?
and make it with your while.
Yeah, no, I understand he's trying to say holes, but how? What are you trying to say? What does that mean?
I put some hose in your gob.
Put some holes
put
in
some-
his wand?
I put some hose in your wand and make it worth your while.
Turn it into an instrument, right?
Exactly. Kin's got it. You believe it?
No orc is ever touching my wand.
All right, fair enough. I'm sure it looks like no work's ever touched your wand. It's decrepit.
Because I still got it intact.
Gross.
Can I take my flask of holy water out of my inventory and throw it at her?
Jesus Christ. You can't.
All right, so I do that.
I eat it.
Roll a strength
I
check.
eat it.
What you roll a dexterity check.
I'm just gonna do it to catch it in one hand, all intact.
I'm just gonna do it so it fucking
So that you
plows
can't
in her
catch it.
face and opens
Yeah.
up. And I
I'm gonna
beat-
try and make it not open
Actually,
up
no, I
and
want you to
catch it
roll a
intact.
dexterity check as well.
I'm
'cause you're
gonna
throwing
beat the devil out of it.
it. No,
like
strength
my,
check. Yeah, strength check.
like my Lord and Savior Bob Ross. 11 plus 3.
Happy little flask of
What
14?
was my check?
Dexterity.
That's.
Or dexterity saving throw.
I already lost myself.
So Hoppy pulls his flask out.
I think we've outdone ourselves with our characters this time.
And just
So good.
chucks it as hard as he can at the giant half orc.
I yell, "Be
Stand
gone,
there.
thought."
9 is what I rolled. 2
Oh my god. Yeah.
to
He
catch
throws-
the stroke of.
Are you trying to catch it?
Well, yeah. If he's throwing something at me, I'm gonna pick up from the guitar and catch it, or even bat it back. Anything. I still just rolled a 11.
Okay.
He threw.
Oh, what's your
14.
wait. Yeah, 14. So no, you don't. You're not able to bat it back. It actually just flies and kind of tings off the side of your head.
Nice.
But because
Huh.
you're a gigantic half orc, you basically doesn't really affect you.
All you see is.
Doesn't phase you. It just kind of like goes tink and then falls back
all
down.
you see. Just,
Yeah.
Well, I guess holy water doesn't work for her. She's beyond that.
She's beyond my help.
And I'm just gonna pick it up as I walk over towards her and
I'm
stare
gonna
at her in
put
the
the
eyes.
holy in your water.
You already talking about holes.
Just wait.
So yeah, this dude that came out of the harbor master's office, he introduces himself as Zindar, the harbor master, and he says, "So we know that we have 3 pirate captains in town. I heard you guys talking about going to the Thundering Lizard. I believe that they're all hanging out there, trying to lay low, but we've had some issues with them in the past. And so I'm offering a bounty. I've been authorized by the merchant princes to offer a bounty on them. If you're willing."
So you said they're hanging out there, but you really just want them hanging, don't you?
Something like that.
My voice gets real raspy when I'm around town, and I become a little more, Western.
Yeah. It's like, if you're willing to accept
That's what happens when you eat half a pound of
accept
chicken.
this job or side quest, as you will, I've been authorized to pay you 1,000 gold pieces for each of them.
That's 3,000 gold pieces.
Well, I could do it.
It's like, yes, sir. You're very, very astute in the mathematics field.
That word is beyond my vocabulary there, guy. All
You
I
are
heard-
as stupid.
It's like, well, you can. He says you can either capture them dead or alive. If you kill them,
Is
bring their heads back to me, and I'll pay you for each of them.
Was the bounty the same?
Bounty's the same.
Why would you care if they're alive then?
We might want to ask them some questions.
All right.
Like, I guess if you do bring them back alive, I can offer you a couple hundred more gold pieces each.
double for alive.
I'm with him.
Like, well,
I'm with Kin. Double for life.
I don't think I can actually offer that much. Are you guys actually gonna try and like persuade him to
Oh my god.
If it's persuasion or capture.
what?
Persuade him?
Yeah, persuade him to pay double if you bring him back alive.
Yeah, I see that. How much do you want him alive? Jesus Christ. The horn. Do you see the lighthouse? The lighthouse is sirening its horn. What is it for?
What is this rather large woman talking about?
I don't know. It was really loud, but let's not worry about it. What are you saying about I'm willing to offer double to keep him alive if he comes back alive.
No, I said I'd offer 200 more gold pieces if you bring him back alive.
I'll take it.
You'll take it. We could have kept all right, whatever. Jesus Christ.
Periodically through this whole adventure, I'm going to be casting Druidcraft, and it's
Okay.
going to be creating an instantaneous...
Oh, I forgot to do something.
it's going to create an instantaneous faint odor of a skunk, and I'm going to constantly cast that around Ash's nostrils.
Okay. So,
Just
Hey, guys.
periodically.
fuck?
hey, I got to backtrack for a moment because I
Does it
forgot to do
start
something.
now?
Yeah.
So
What
before
the absolute fuck?
Cinder
You
Sylvain
suck
walks
smell.
away, she says, "Well, since you guys accepted my
I need to stop you right there. What the fuck is that smell? Which one of you did it? Hold on, it wafted away. What were you saying?
So Cinder says, "Well, since you guys accepted my job offer, I'll give you the map that I've compiled. Mind you, it's not complete.
Hold on 1 second. It's just getting stronger. I can't possibly just keep standing here for this shit. Who did it?
I'm just dying in the back.
Which one of you arseholes did this? All right. I'm going to compose myself. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Just continue on.
Well, I have this map here that's not complete, but I'll give it to one of you guys, whichever one of you wants to be the navigator for the group. It
I'll take it.
might actually help. Oh, then I shouldn't have printed this out and wasted the last of my colored ink. That's,
I snatch it out of your hand as it gets passed over to...
Oh, no.
What's your name?
Ken.
Ken. And take a peek at it so I know what it looks like.
okay. That's what it looks like. Hang on, Scott. I'll email you one of them.
All
Ken.
it says is shit on it.
Wait, Ken, did you fart?
You guys can switch off being the navigator. Like, the book actually suggests each day in game, like someone else would take over as navigator, but it's up to you guys if you want to do that or not.
We could roll for it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't need to be navigator.
but
Can
to
be.
start off the adventure,
Let's do it.
Ken's gonna be the
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, Ken. Let's go for Ken on it.
just that way that you guys can actually use my fan. Yeah, but it's incomplete. Basically, the white part in the middle that just hasn't been mapped yet by Cinder or anyone else. So that'll be up to you guys.
So we're getting a map that
And then
It's
also, if you
halfway.
Scott, if you look down at the very bottom left or bottom
the
right,
whole middle's gone.
it says 1 hex equals 10 miles.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big peninsula.
so the
Pretty
whole
slow
the whole
trucks.
middle is gone.
Yeah.
Well, I sure hope we're not in the middle,
Yeah.
or we're effed.
Very north.
No, you guys are up here.
Oh, all right.
So Reed, that's where you guys are at.
Uncharted.
Did we just get in a
territory.
boat though? We're still on land though.
Yeah, you're still on land.
Okay.
Uncharted territory?
Yeah, and so you guys finally make it to the Thundering Lizard.
It's pretty good for a quick setup. Anyway, yes, yep. We make it what?
Make it to Thundering Lizard. Even standing outside, you can hear a lot of like talking and cheering and stuff going on inside. When you open the door, it's just really, really loud. It's pretty well lit. There's just a ton of people all over the place, just basically hanging out, partying, just kind of like a loud bar kind of place. And yeah, there's like a big, nice bar that kind of lines the whole right side of the room. The rest is just filled with tables and
What's the interior look like? Like stone floors or?
yeah, stone floors or no wood floors on this level that you're on. Basically, there's like some big wood beams that are holding the floor above it up, and then the walls are kind of covered in more wood and some mirrors and other random pictures hanging on the wall. There's a few chandeliers kind of hanging, not really like fancy chandeliers, but some decent looking ones that are hanging down, kind of lighting the room, and also hanging on the walls. There's some sconces with like lanterns and stuff hanging on them.
Nice.
There's basically people of all different races all throughout the place, just kind of hanging out, having a good time, drinking some ales and what have you.
Are there any other centaurs?
You don't see any. You assume that you might be the only centaur in Schult. So when you walk up to the bar, one of the bartenders comes over and says, "What can I get you?"
I'll start
He needs a trough.
your best ale.
He's like, "Coming right up, sir." He walks away a little bit, grabs a big, huge mug, goes over to one of the barrels that are kind of sticking out of the wall, fills it all the way to the top, brings it back over, and almost slams it down in front of you.
Yes.
He's like, "That'll be 15 copper pieces, sir."
This freaking
And so, Scott, you just rolled. It was 14? 12. Okay. So you look around the room. You don't see anyone that really stands out as looking like a pirate captain. It looks mostly like just a bunch of common people all over the place, just kind of
Do I see anybody
Hanging out,
wearing
chilling.
an eye patch?
roll a perception check.
7?
You don't see anyone wearing an eye patch.
Okay. I don't know what to do then. I can't just keep rolling perception.
Or I'll give you guys a hint. You can ask somebody if you want to.
Snap my fingers a few times.
Yeah.
Bartender.
If I'm there, I've already been there for a little bit, haven't I?
You guys all got there at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Still snapping my fingers.
Yep.
Bartender
I'll
walks
stand
over. He's
behind
like, "Yes,
him.
sir. What can I get you?"
Hey, y'all ever see any of them pirates around here?
Hey, also, if
Like
you
every
if
once
you're
in a while.
if you're here right now, I'll take an ale, but make it a strong one.
A strong ale.
Yeah, it's hard to get a bartender's attention, and we got him right now because this guy was snapping. So I'll take a strong ale,
He's like, "All right, I'll get you a strong
and
ale."
then you can answer my boy's question.
He goes over, grabs a
Damn, boss,
grabs a big huge
boss.
mug,
300
goes over to one of
I'm
the
300
barrels
fucking
sticking out of the wall, fills it all the way to the top, brings it back over, and almost just slams it down in front of you and says, "That'll be 15 copper pieces."
And you got it. I flipped 15 at her.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Y'all ever seen any of those pirates around here?
Like, I've seen pirates around here before.
And do you see any right now?
Like, well, I might.
Well, I don't have any money to give you, but I do some pretty good impressions of animals. So if you tell me your favorite animal, I'll be able to impress you so much that you might give me that information.
It's like, all right, show me a chinchilla.
So I cast Druidcraft, and I make the sound of a small animal. Choo 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 choo.
You don't actually turn into it.
Nope. But I do it in his ear. I cast it right in his ear.
He's like, "Oh, that sounds just like a chinchilla." That's pretty cool.
Choo 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 choo.
All right, now how about a guinea pig?
So in his other ear, I go, oink 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 oink.
It's like, that doesn't sound like a guinea pig.
Hey.
Oh, you need to try.
Oh, I thought you said mini pig.
No, he said guinea pig. You need to try again.
It's like, well, I guess that's close enough. It's like, all right, I can tell you that there are
And then I wave my hands like this.
a few pirates somewhere in this building right now.
I told you we could find out if we wanted.
You did. You're telling us that just because he made some animal noises? Are you serious? That's all
It's
it
like,
took?
Listen, I'm not too fond of pirates. They've sunken 3 of my supply ships.
And you know we have the magic to get rid of him. You watched him do the magic.
Yeah. It's like, well, if you want to get rid of them, all right, I'll tell you where they're at.
Point me to the direction.
He
I'll
kind of
find
He kind of points down at the other end of the bar, and you can see kind of a doorway that leads into a back room. He says, "Go around there."
Ashley says, I'm very familiar with Ron back.
There's some stairs that lead down into my storage room in the basement.
My storage room
There's a table down there that
is also
the pirates pay me.
in the basement.
in the back door.
The pirates pay me to
And the pirates pay me for it.
stay discreet back there. Just kind of, if you go back there, or when you go back there, just kind of act like you're really drunk and kind of like you
Candid.
stumbled upon them, just in case you fail and they come looking for me, thinking that I sold them out.
Ken, are you going to be able to pretend that you're drunk enough to get back behind there? Because I have no doubt with the rest of us, we can pretend we're drunk enough to get back there.
I've never really seen a drunk horse before.
We'll find you enough to make a horse drunk. I heard that is just a way of saying it's an expensive liquor, but we're going to find an expensive liquor to make a horse drunk.
The guy says, I think I have just the thing.
Perfect.
He kind of reaches down
Tranquilizer.
underneath the bar, pulls out a small little glass, and then pulls out a bottle and just kind of fills it up about halfway. He's like, drink this. This should do the trick. You immediately can tell that this is
that to go.
probably the strongest alcohol you've ever had in your entire life.
It just says ketamine on the side of it.
It's like 100% ethanol. It's basically gasoline.
That's hardcore.
He's like, give that a minute to kick in. And he
All
looks
right,
at he looks
you
at the
just
rest of you
hold on.
guys. He's
Can
like,
I-
one of you guys is gonna probably have to lead him.
Can I crack
back
my
there.
whip? I don't have a whip, but can I crack something across the centaur's butt so he gallops through the door?
Sure.
Or just falls down the stairs real hard?
If you want to, you can.
I'm gonna
There's
slap that
What are you gonna hit
centaur
him?
There's a
What are
door.
you gonna hit him with?
straight on the ass with my 50 feet of Hempton rope.
All right, go for it.
But I'm gonna go,
Strength check.
Is there anything...
get a dog, little loggy.
I kind of need to know what's in my...
That would be a 23.
Scott, roll a Constitution check.
I hope that sends him into a drunken spiral where he rolls down the stairs and crashes through it. And I gotta be, oh my god, dude! I'm gonna run down there and be like, you can't just fucking fall.
Okay.
You can find out what happens to the Brewberry Boys next week on the Brewbarian Happy Hour, the podcast. Thank y'all for listening to Season 2, Episode 1 of the Brewbarian Happy Hour, the podcast, where we drink beer, talk about beer, and play Dungeons and Dragons. Brewbarian Happy Hour, the podcast, will be back Sundays at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Twitch TV. You can follow us there, or visit our website, candleaxe.com/Brewbarian Happy Hour, catch up with our previous seasons, and we'll see you next week. This has been Hoppy Mouthfeel for the Brewbarian Happy Hour. I'm ready to see you next week.